lift you up, we magnify your name. We ask all of these blessings in your holy name, aim, presence, and purpose. And in Yeshua, the Black Christ, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
At this time, I would like to bring up our exquisite host, Sister Ebony Stevens.
Madam President.
Really?
All right, welcome everybody. It is such a lovely day today. I don't know if y'all remember, but the last time that we had our own space was all the way back when we were on 79th in Hermitage. That was the last time we were able to come together under our own edifice. So let's give a thanks to God for allowing us to be able to have this space. I want to welcome you all to our grand opening. It is several years in the making. We're so happy to be here. We're so happy to have you guys here to join us and making this space truly be an asset to the community. We've been doing a lot in between the last time that we were on 79th. We were meeting at the Bach Business Center. We were meeting at Cassiopeia's back when she had that store on 79th. And even during the pandemic, we were on Zoom. And so not having an edifice didn't stop us from doing the work in the community. We've done several events. We've done the patrols with the Wash Patrol at ABJ, which Minister Yashua is going to talk about in our programs. We fed the community. We did an event in Inglewood. We did events in South Shore. And so we've still been doing what God put us here to do. And so I'm just extending this welcome to you, not to join us here for our grand opening, but to join us each and every Sunday for our Sunday worship service from 12 to 2 p.m. right here in this location. So the first person I am going to bring up, our first speaker for today, is going to be Minister Omari, and he's going to talk to us about our Toma history. And a co-founder of the Toma Nation, aka Temple of Mercy Association. Let's stand to our feet and give a hand clap for Minister Omari Jahi.
All right, welcome everyone to the Toma Nation. We are an all-inclusive, Black conscious, righteous movement that's dedicated to the observance of the Creator of the universe, Almighty God, Allah, Jehovah, Yahweh, whatever name you want to call him. It's only one God. And so we thank you all for being here. And I've been given the task of sharing our history with you guys, giving you a little information about. Excuse me. I'm laughing at Ebony. She didn't want to sit on that stool. Okay, I'm sorry. Toma was given birth through the word mercy. Mercy is a very powerful word that really is the foundation of what Toma is. Mercy is compassion or forgiveness shown towards someone who is within one's power to punish or harm. And it is our belief that God inspired Minister Rahim to start Toma because he wanted to show his children mercy. And we need mercy. And the mercy that he is showing us is with the knowledge and information that we teach you at Toma. It's about bringing you out of the world. Jesus said, I am not of this world. And so if we want to follow Jesus, we can't be of the world either. And so we teach, come out of her. This is Minister Rahim, one of his main subjects that we teach you in Toma is come out of her. Come out of her ways, come out of her thinking, come out of her diets, all of those things. And so God came to Minister Rahim in a vision and instructed him to find peace. within himself and then teach others to find that same peace. Peace being freedom from disturbance, tranquility, a state or period in which there is no war or a war has ended. So now, if God wanted the minister to find peace and teach others peace, that means we must be in a state of war. I mean, that's just the logic of it, because the opposite of peace is war. So we have a Sunday worship service simply because Sunday we teach how to fight the good fight between good and evil. Most people think that fight is external, but actually the fight between good and evil is within. We want to point fingers, that's the devil, you were the devil, you act like a devil. The reality of it is, in each and every one of us is good and evil. Now, whatever one you feed the most, that's what you become the most. So if you have wicked and bad, evil thoughts all the time, then you know what God you serve. If you're trying to be harmonious and caring and loving and compassionate, if that's how you conduct yourself, then we know what God you serve. Then you got those people that flip-flop. Good one day or 1 minute, the next minute they're ready to cuss you out. So we got all these kind of people that we're trying to teach how to balance. See, this is what the main thing about that Toma teaches. Balancing yourself. You can't get rid of evil. You can't get rid of good, but you can balance them. Because you need a little evil when people do you wrong. You know what I'm saying? The scripture talks about turning the other cheek. I know some of y'all don't know that's what that really means. When they take a picture of you at the police station, they take a picture of both sides of your face because one side don't look like the other side. And that's because one side of you is good and the other side of you is evil. If somebody slap you on your good side, guess what? Turn the other cheek. Y'all didn't know that's what that meant. But this is what we teach here in Toma. And we've been teaching this for over 40 years. So war, again, is within, it's not without. The Garden of Eden changed to a jungle when the thinking of Adam and Eve changed. So this is what the Toma movement is rooted in. And we are a movement. We're not an organization. And a movement is an act of changing physical location or position, or of having this change, or a group of people working together in advance to advance their shared political, social, or artistic ideas. So we consider ourselves change agents. We are here to change not only ourselves, but all those that are around us. Change for what? Hopefully for the better. As we look around, we can see the world is jacked up. I mean, it's so messed up, it ain't even laughable anymore. The only reason you laugh is to keep from crying. So we're trying to change that. We want to change that. But how do you change that? Michael Jackson told us. You want to make the world a better place? Take a look at yourself and make a change. This is what we teach here in Toma. And we give you the tools in order to change. The way you're supposed to think. In the Bible, they call it the Beatitudes. How you're supposed to be. We teach this here in Toma. So, just to give you a little history, in 1982, being artists or entertainers, that's where Minister Raheem and I started. We founded Toma. And when I met Minister Raheem, I met him as the sax preacher. And I'm a musician. I play keyboards and drums and a couple other instruments. But when we met as musicians and entertainers. And we embarked upon the first leg of what we call 3M Production. Now, some of you all probably have never heard of this because we don't publicize it. But 3M Production is ministry, masonry, and music. Yes, it was not in the order. Music was first. It was music, ministry, and masonry. 3M Production. And we went through every phase of that in Toma. Through music, we began the mission of producing music business workshops, providing rehearsal spaces for performance rehearsals, renting venues for live performances along with showcases and talent shows for musicians and entertainers that needed an opportunity and a forum to present their talents and gifts. See, we were tired as musicians ourselves of people getting over on us, wanting to manage our band, wanted to produce us and things of that nature. They're gonna make us rich. We kept hearing all these lies, and we knew we weren't the only one that was getting caught up in this. So we decided to start a real production company where people could come in and really get training in what music business is. We had business workshops. We were teaching people how to copyright their songs. We were teaching people how stage presence. You see some people on stage, they just stand there and sing whatever. No, we taught our artists how to work each side of the stage, how to work your audience. We were teaching these people this, right? But now, at some point, we took that as far as God wanted us to take it. And that was the first change that took place. Or maybe I should call it evolution. We started as a musical organization, but we evolved from music into ministry. Now, even in ministry, we still kept the music because when we would have ministry events, of course, the sax preacher would perform and the band would perform, and so music was still there, but we evolved into ministry. And the reason we evolved into ministry is because we wanted our people to understand that in anything that you do, you have to have God or put God first. God has to be an integral part of whatever it is you're trying to do. And so as musicians and as entertainers, we wanted our artists to cross over with us. Our band, we had a band at that time that was called Chicago's Own Band. And we won the Midwest Music Exchange. Got an award and everything was, we was doing it back in the day, right? And we wanted the band and our entertainers that we had in our production. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna mention some of them. You might have heard of some of them. One of the main guys that we were promoting is a young man by the name of Rapping Tate the Great. Rapping Tate was a rap artist. We produced the album on Rapping Tate because not only did we have a production company, but we also had a record company called Toma Records. And so we produced a record on Rapping Tate called Ambitious, because the young man was very ambitious. And as you can see back in the day, you see him on the screen with a picture with P. Diddy. So we were moving in circles with big time folks back in the day, And so Rapping Tate, he was again one of our main artists, but he wasn't the only one. We had another brother by the name of Ice Cold, the Ultimate Warrior. Today, you know him as Black Ice. Black Ice was one of our major artists back in Toma Production. And understand this, that when we crossed over into ministry, our people didn't want to cross over. Abraham, when Abraham crossed over, for those who know the Bible, when Abraham crossed over, his name changed from Abram to Abraham, meaning that he changed, he evolved. See, this is what Toma is. We are evolving. We evolved from music into ministry, but then too many people want to follow us into that evolution. So Black Ice fell off the grid. We had another artist by the name of Insane Maine, the Pro Black Widow's son. Some of you all know him today as Amin Ra. Peace be upon him. He has made his transition. But Amin Ra was another one of our artists that not only did he accept and receive the musical part, but he did transition into the ministry and became Minister Armand McWilliams. And so in his lyrics and in the songs that he was producing, there were spiritual connotations and spiritual messages in his songs. One of his favorite songs that I love to death, and I still love it today, if you can't use your comb, don't bring her home. Yeah. One of my favorite songs, other than my second favorite song of his was what's it called? The American Gang Banging the American Way. Because America is nothing but a gangster gang bangers. That's what they are. And he was breaking it down in this song. I wish I had it to get it played for you guys. But again, and the reason I'm sharing all this with you is because these young men, they benefited from our teaching. They benefited from our guidance. In music, Black Ice is a businessman now. Rapping Tape is now in New York, running his own business. Again, Amin Ra, he was, before he passed, he was one of the kings of poetry, meaning that he was at the top of his class in what he did. But we had to evolve, but it didn't stop at Toma, which in music, it was a Temple of Music Association. In the ministry, it was the Temple of Mercy Association. And then we got into Masonry. Now, a lot of people, I really don't know anything about Masonry other than some people think it's some kind of cult or some kind of mafia. It's a mafia organization, where they kill people and all that kind of stuff. Well, y'all keep thinking that. Y'all ain't gonna mess with it. But Masonry is a lot more than just that. Masonry is about squaring your actions, controlling your thoughts and your actions. It teaches you how to conduct yourself as a man and as a woman. Order of Eastern Stars can teach you how to conduct yourself, how to be the best you. And so we joined Masonry, and from Masonry, a lot of brothers started galvanizing to us, whether it was because of music or whatever, and we began to form an organization called the Original Men in Black. The Original Men in Black was created as a security arm for Toma. So that means all the brothers that were in the OMIB were members of Toma, and they were securing us in events that we went to. And the reason we had security, is because we wasn't talking, mealy mouthed. We was calling people out. We was busting people out. We would go to a meeting, and if the mayor was there, we bust the mayor out. We bust everybody out that was not doing right by our people. Because, that's just how we roll. And so we did all this, and we continue to evolve. We continue to change. And in 1990, 9 years later, Minister Raheem and myself discussed how we would expand our humanitarian services to more than just musicians and entertainers, but to the masses of our people for that are daily being oppressed by our open enemy. So again, we wanted to give this message, just like right now, we're still delivering here. Thank you. How did you know? Throat is getting dry. Thank you so much. Thank you. And so our second evolution. Oh, I'm glad you said that. Hey, who's that? Hey, y'all get the water. Our people are thirsty in here. We want some water. I'm glad y'all said that because, you know, this is alkaline. Don't mind this label. This is just a bottle that the water is in. It's just a bottle. But this actually is alkaline water. Alkaline water is the best water that you can drink. You know, I know they said, I remember when I was growing up, they were talking about how people one day was going to be selling water and air. Yes. I remember them saying that. They ain't got to the air part, but it got to the water. But it's the water.
It's something to air at the house at the filling station.
Oh, well, no, I ain't talking about that. They are selling air, though. I meant the air so you can breathe.
They're selling the oxygen machine. They got paper.
Yeah, no, you know what I'm saying.
They sell it air because you got to put, they got a machine, you know, you got it for your time when you go to the lakefront. You got a machine there.
Oh, no, I know what you all are saying. Y'all ain't catching that anymore. I'm talking about when you get up out the bed, in order for you to breathe, you need some air.
Well, they work.
You got to deposit $1.
And in order to breathe, they're going to be selling us air in the future. I'm just telling you. Because they messing up this atmosphere. And, you know, and it's so polluted to the point, you know, just like water, we're going to have to buy something to purify our air, and they're going to sell us the stuff to purify it. And if you ain't got enough money to buy the machine to purify it, you're going to have to buy air from somebody else. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And that's the game. It really is. And so this alkaline water, we sell alkaline water. We sell it to our people though, and we sell it at a reasonable price. But we're giving it to you guys. Okay? Anybody that want water, y'all can check it out. It's real clean. It's better than that rusty stuff y'all like drink. What they call that tap water is murder. I mean, I don't even know how I can get past the smell. It smells like sewer. Most of you know. But anyway, let me get back. So our second evolution, through mercy, we started the second phase of our mission, teaching and instructing over 100 registered members over the past 40 years with the purpose of finding peace, balance in their lives. This, like the music phase of the mission, was very, very difficult because the participants never discovered that God had them in a training facility for more than music and more than knowledge of self. See, that's what Toma is. This is a training facility. We are training you to be children of God, to be children of God. This is what we do here. So in 1991, Minister Raheem and I were joined by Brother Minister Ezekiel Kepera, and he was appointed as our first youth minister. Later, he was promoted to Toma spokesperson. Minister Raheem placed Minister Kepera in front of the Toma membership because of our people. Our people were looking for intellect instead of peace and mercy. See, when the Minister Raheem teaches, he teaches a very down-to-earth word. And a lot of people are looking for, I hate to say it this way, but it's true. Most of our people like good looks and intellectual valor. That's what I call it. You know, using big words to make you look so intelligent. And you say a lot of stuff and don't nobody walk away knowing what the heck you're saying because you're using all these big words and everything. But this seems to be what people want. This is what we like. We we don't want to follow nobody if they don't seem like they know more than us or something to that effect. So Minister Caparra, and he also made his transition about 7, 8 years ago. Minister.
Longer than that.
2001.
2001.
Oh, yeah, so it's been a while, yeah, 20-some years. About 22 years.
Yeah.
You know, that he made his transition. But on the Masonic note, Minister Raheem wanted to bring all of these black men that were in these lodges, that were behind closed doors. You never seen them. They would have meetings and throw parties and things of that nature. They was always hiding out in some hall or something. And he believed and still believes that these black men are needed in the community, that these young brothers need to see these black men. You know, the closest that young people get to see something like that is when they go to college. And they call fraternities. Kappa, Alpha, Psi, Omega. You see what I'm saying? All these different fraternities. But the Masonic order is the mother or the father of all sororities and fraternities. It's at the top, meaning that all of them come from Masonry. And so Minister Raheem instructed us that he has a saying, and we use this a lot. It's called infiltrate, penetrate, and duplicate. Now, what does that mean? It means that our instructions are to infiltrate organizations, get deep into them, and then try to get them to understand the need, their value in the community. But if they don't understand and recognize that value, then we duplicate who they are and move on without them. So infiltrate, penetrate, and duplicate went on in Masonry. And as you can tell, you don't see too many Masons in here. There are some, but you don't see them. I being one, I'm a Mason.
2.
We got 2. We got 1 more. We got some Masons in here.
Raise your hand a lot.
But now again, just being a Mason is more than just saying I'm a Mason.
Absolutely.
There's a duty
Yes, sir.
that goes with it. It's a way you have to conduct yourself, the way you carry yourself. You know, in Masonry, they say, well, I ain't gonna go on with that,
But you want good for yourself, you want good for your brother.
exactly. And it is unlawful for you to mess with your brother's sister, wife, or daughters.
Yes, sir.
I don't care how cute they is.
Yes, sir.
It's unlawful.
Yes, sir.
You will lose your head. Literally.
Come on, miss. Both of them. Come on, miss.
But I'm only saying that to say it's about morality. You have to have some kind of morals and values in this life if you want to consider yourself a child of God. And this is what we teach here in Toma. We've been teaching it for over 40 years. The challenge is that most of the people that we seem to come in contact with don't want it. You know, that we've gotten to the point that we want things the way we want it. You know, God made things a certain way, but you know, I only got a few moments, but I want to share this with you guys because I discovered this, and I remember when it happened because I was around when this evolution took place. When I was a young man, our parents made us follow certain rules. You had chores. When you got home, you had to do your homework. You do your chores. Then, if you acted right, then you might get to go outside. Now, when you went outside, you had neighborhood people that today they call snitches. Seriously. Old people in the neighborhood, they was watching you. And when you did something wrong, they told on you, they came and pulled your coat. You know your mama wouldn't let you do no crap like this. Come on here, boy. Take you home. You get a beating. Beatings were at the top of the line. Back then, they called it punishment. Today, they call it what they call it? Child abuse. Yes, child abuse. But it's okay for the police to do it.
Right.
Police can abuse your child, but you can't.
Right.
Show you the hypocrisy in this crap. But when those young people my age grew up and got older, they vowed that they would never treat their children like their parents treated them. So now you have grown men and women that have children that they don't give their children any chores. They don't make them do their homework. They don't even make them come home from school. We had to come straight home from school. You see what I'm saying? So now, if you have generation after generations is 10 years. If you have generation after generation doing that, then you can see why everything is getting so bad, because the parents now don't want to hold on to the things that made us good men and women. They threw it away. No more punishment. Unless you piss me off or mess with something of mine. See what I'm saying? So this is why our children are the way they are. Because we are not the parents that our parents were. So Toma, it is our job to bring that out, to expose this in you, so that you can see, and I can see, that we need to be better parents, men and women. We need to be better in how we raise our children if we want our children to represent us as good, moral, righteous human beings.
That's right. That's right.
But we're not doing that. And we like organizations that tickle our ear and let us be the rebellious kind of people that we are. We like those kind of organizations that will let you be a fashion show. You know, you go to church and just go to show off. Yeah. But I don't know how I got there. I'm supposed to be telling the history.
That's 20 minutes ago.
But it's true. We messed up, man. And we need to fix up from the neck up. So this is what Toma is about. And I'm gonna just read this and then I'm gonna sit down. Because if I keep explaining, then I'll be doing something else. The original men in black, we were talking about that after Masonry, and the women of light, a uniformed paramilitary group of black men and women were created. The street ministry of the OMIB has assisted in the diversion of hundreds of black youth and young adults away from the criminal justice system. And let me just emphasize the criminal justice system.
Come on.
It's just us.
Right.
So, what about the WOL? The WOL is a group of women. Now, understand this, please. We need y'all help too. We need our elder sisters to help us, because our sisters can't burn water.
No. Yeah, he said it right.
Y'all know what I'm saying.
He said it right.
They can't boil an egg. And I'm not saying that because they're stupid and they're dumb or something to that effect. They're not that. They're highly intelligent. Our young sisters are very intelligent. But they have not been taught, because for whatever reason, cooking, cleaning and properly washing of clothes was not something that was transferred down generation to generation because for whatever reason, the women of that time looked upon that activity as slavery, as being some type of slave or servant. If you cooked and cleaned and washed clothes and things of that nature, that you felt like you was a slave or a servant. But this was not slavery. This was our role. This is what we did as men and women. We had roles that we played.
Come on now. Come on now. Come on.
And so the WOL is put in place in order for us to be able to create those roles again in our sisters, so our sisters will understand what the benefit and the power of having a clean house, knowing how to keep a house clean. I know some of us think, well, why don't one of the brothers clean? Brothers can clean. This is true.
Yes.
Brothers can clean. You know, I'm not saying brothers shouldn't clean, but I am saying that the role, just like sisters to this day, and I feel myself getting old, so, you know. But I was serious.
Uh-oh.
I feel like I'm stepping in quicksand.
Come on,
So-
come on, man. Come on, man.
So I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna shut up. That these roles of men and women are in place for a reason.
Yes. Teach.
And if we don't apply those roles, then we never understand the reason.
Right.
You see? And so we throw out the baby with the bathwater. I ain't cooking, I ain't cleaning. Brother, I'm not going to be, I ain't looking out for you. I'm not going to be a security mechanism so you can feel safe in the house, you and the kids. I can care less. I'm going to be out here in the bars. I'm going to the football game. Y'all put it, you know, I ain't going to right. Yep, I ain't going to work. You know, they don't want me to work no way. They don't give me no good jobs. They give you all the good jobs. So y'all, you pay the bills then. See, we have all been duped. Malcolm said it, we've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled, yes. We've been made to believe that our roles are insignificant. And because of that insignificance, we now want to do other things. We want to be, the woman want to be the man, and the man want to be the woman. And all of this, you know, hell no. A man is a man, and he do what a man do, and a woman is a woman, and she do what a woman do. And when you put them two together, they make a godly child.
Come on now.
So,
Come on now.
last but not least, I know I'm out of time. So I'm gonna just say this real quick. In Toma, we do not accept grants.
That's right.
The reason we don't accept grants, now we did it once. I'll let you know, we did it once because we thought that they was gonna do right by us. We thought.
Not living.
No, we were the fiscal agent for that group.
For the, yes,
Right,
fiscal agent.
right.
But-
They needed a nonprofit group so that they could get their
Yes.
money.
What I mean is that we thought we were gonna do some good. Because that's the sale. That's how they sell it. You know, you take this grant, you can do some good in the hood and for your people and this and that and another. But in all actuality, what happened is that they gave us so much paperwork that we couldn't do the work. We were doing all our, the majority of our time
Paperwork.
filling out forms and requisitions, and we couldn't do no work. And so the minister say, man, forget this. We're done with grants. If the people don't support us, then we'll die. We'll just wither away and die. But we've been here for over 41 years. So guess what? The people have spoken. God bless you.
Praise the
All right,
Lord.
thank you.
Praise the Lord.
All right. Oh, was I supposed to announce something?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I'll do it from here. Everybody can see, but next on the program we have Toma program and activities by our very own Minister Yashua Hakeem. All right, put your hands together for Minister Yashua. Oh, here we go.
Good evening, brothers and sisters.
Good evening,
How's
man.
everybody doing?
What's up, sir?
Welcome to our humble abode. Okay, programs and activities. I am Brother Minister Yashua Hakeem Atum. I serve in a few capacities in the Temple of Mercy Association. I am the director of the Original Men in Black, which is our military arm of our organization. So let's talk about our programs and activities. One of the main activities of the Temple of Mercy Association is our Original Men in Black. And the purpose for this program is to bring an awareness back to the streets.
Come on now.
There are no men in the streets right now dealing with the issues that are plaguing us in our community. I'm not talking about police. I'm not talking about locking people up. I'm talking about Pookie and Ray Ray grew up with that single mama who was 14, 15, 16, never had a daddy in his life. He never been part of no set. He ain't got no instructions, no growth and development, no teachings, no nothing. Ain't never been to church and completely lost.
Come on now.
I don't know a religion that we represent, an organization that we represent that don't command men to go be fathers to the father.
Tell it. That's right. That's right. Teach it.
Larry Hoover said, if you are not a father figure to your children, or the children that don't have fathers in the community, you ain't living a righteous life. So we got to go back and get our kids. Our community needs us. Our children need us. And the purpose of the OMIP was to be that group that can go out there and get them. Now, we're not a group that professes a particular religion, denomination, or organization,
Come on now.
because we know our streets are scattered, right? So the most powerful thing we can do is create alliances and solidarity among the groups that are represented and respected out on the streets. So when we go get Shorty, we don't want to have a problem of we go get Shorty, but we are Muslim that day. Shorty ain't rocking with us.
That's right. That's right.
He been to jail before. He heard the prayer, and the same person gave the prayer, gave him a pumpkin head. He ain't finna draw up that demonstration. Do y'all know I ain't lying?
Go ahead.
It's the same prayer, the same one we say in church. It's the same one they say in the jail right before they get ready to give you that pumpkin head and they get ready to go up. So he might not want to roll with that persuasion. So we gotta have different denominations. We gotta have different groups represented. They're not coming under that. That's what the problem is on the street now. One of the little guys from Foster Park, he pulled me to the side, big homie. I'm telling you now, I'm not going to another meeting at Father Flavor Church with them Nation of Islam Muslims. I'm telling you right now, them cats they got in there talking about changing their lives ain't changed nothing. They just shot at me last week. I'm telling you now, if they call another meeting and we got to go up in that church, we going in there with them things. It's going to be a problem. So we can't continue to put them all under one roof.
That's
The
right.
pastor in Chatham, he thought he was a wise man. We're going to bring him to Chatham because we don't have gangs in Chatham. He brought them guys to the church. That guy looked across the room. Is that so-and-so? His grandmama came to pick him up. They shot up the car. They killed the brother, wounded the grandmama. Now the little brother that was driving the car, that was home from college on a full-ride scholarship, 4.0 grade point average. Now he in his feelings because his grandma just got shot. He go do the murder. So now we lose the college student to the violence because he thought he can bring all of them under one group. It's a way to do it.
That's right, that's right.
But the heads of everybody got to be represented.
That's right.
We all got to come together. We got to show the united front and the alliance and the solidarity among us first, so the youth can do it second. So we can stop the GDBD war. So we can stop the Stone and the Vice Lord war. So we can stop everybody from just saying the hell with it. We forming another clique. We EBK. Everybody can get it. And they're a group of some of everybody. They knew how to come together under a common interest to say the hell with all these old heads coming home and trying to extort us and do this. We just gonna roll up over here. We EBK. Everybody can get it. We don't care what you is. Our 5-point stars blue now. The 6-point stars red now. We cracking them both.
That's right.
Y'all know that's what we dealing with today, right?
That's right.
That's the demonstration they on. So we gotta come together. So the original Men in Black was formed so that we could stop having that challenge. Because our number one point Minister Raheem gave us is not to repeat the mistakes. We tried that.
Yes.
We tried the Muslim way. Everybody didn't want to accept that. We tried Jesus. Everybody didn't want to accept Jesus. I know y'all upset in your feelings because they told y'all that was the only way to name every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess, but everybody not drawing off of Jesus. We tried the UNA, we joined all y'all groups. And we went back. But the one group that we joined that we found there was a mystery to them was Masonry. That's why they started out as Masons. Because Masons got a little bit more street cred than the majority of the organizations.
Absolutely.
You know, and we use Masonry to get the guys out the game. Because if you wanted to defect without having a problem, you had to join another sect. Y'all know I'm not lying. You can't just go defect and be a neutron by yourself. You're going to have some problems. You got to go join somebody. Even in the jails, you got to be part of something. I mean, even the Christian guys in the jail got to be now. I mean, you got to be part of something. You can't just be by yourself. And no good man travels alone anyway.
Absolutely. Come on now.
So we had to have an organization for them to come to. So we use Masonry to get them out the gangs. Hell, we use Masonry to close dope houses. We told the brother, every time you see this emblem in the neighborhood, we watching you. Now, mind you, our lives might have had 15 brothers in it. But can you imagine how many times he's seen that label on the back of somebody else's car? Because Masonry is just like the church. It's a bunch of them, 50,000 different denominations, Prince Hall, Scottish Rite, this right, York Rite, Albert Pike Rite, this and that. It's a bunch of them. They ain't united, but the community don't know that. So them brothers start seeing that symbol come back. Guess what? The dope house closed. I hate to say it. They figured something out. They said, man, we could use this Masonry stuff to join the lodge and we could do some of our dirt behind that because when we got this Masonic sign out here, the police keep going. Because some of them Masons. When we go to judge, we can get off of some of these cases because some of them Masons, some of these state's attorneys is Masons. They started seeing the correlation. They say, man, we could do some good dirty work under this good name called Masonry.
Yeah.
So you can do good or bad under it, but we still just got to come together. I mean, man, the most powerful time we had was on the east side. Y'all don't understand what them shorties went through when they seen the Moors come down the street. Then they looked on the other side. Wait a minute, that's the nation. Then they saw them Masonic collars. Then they saw some people in black. And then they saw this. They was like, man, what the world really going on? What's this? Y'all don't understand the impact that y'all had on. See, them children keep in touch with me.
Come on.
And they still watch y'all. They still watch y'all, but they learn something. Some of them put aside some of their differences and went in their own organizations and stopped some stuff from going on. Based on the example and the demonstration that we said. So all we're saying is we look forward to coming back and doing that because we can't sit in rooms like this and talk about whose religious philosophy is the best, who got the best way, when the people that really need us the most ain't the people in this room.
That's right.
It's the people out there. And if we're going to go get the people out there, we got to be on the same demonstration. And we got to let them choose what flag they want to fly, whose set they want to roll with. Because as long as they part of the alliance and the solidarity of brotherhood that we building, it don't matter.
Come on now.
So it don't matter if they become an Inglewood first responder. Because if they get out of line, I'm going to call Charles. Hey, Charles. Man, you little guy. Charles going to say, I got him. I'm going to go holler at him. And that situation going to be dealt with because I can't go to him because he ain't from my set. I gotta call Charles. Now we bring back the order and the structure to the streets again.
That's right.
Hey Charles, man, I got a guy over there part of your thing, man. He causing hell at the school up here. Can you get him for us? Charles said, yeah, I got him. You see the little boy next to me, he got a job, he working, his hat ain't banging no more, his pants pulled up. I'm like, man, Charles, thank you, man. Let me give you a couple of dollars, man, if you saved my life. My kids go to that school. Shorty's about to send it up. Here, man, this for your program. Keep doing what you're doing.
Right.
That's what we got to do among each other. It can't be just about me and my organization.
Come on.
Wherever they go, whatever flag they fly, it's all right with me. As long as it's going to protect our women, and as long as it's going to protect our children.
Come on.
That's the goal.
Teach.
It's to protect the women and the children. What kind of men are we that we allow 1,000 homicides to happen in our community and we don't say nothing? And we let our tax dollars pay $1 billion to a police force that create the majority of the problems we got.
Come on, man.
And we're not gonna stand up and say nothing.
Tell it. Teach it.
We just gonna let it keep happening. And then when it comes to our personal family, now we want to call the brotherhood together and we gotta deal with this. Now you want us to come to court with you when it was 1,000 of them in court last week that nobody had time to go see my dear babies, but now it's your baby. We gotta stop, drop, and roll.
Come on, man. Come on.
And now you mad at the movement because we didn't respond fast enough to your call. So now ain't nobody this and nobody that, and now you want to leave and your leader ain't this and he ain't that. And come on, y'all. We men.
Teach.
There's some good men in this room, man.
Teach.
Real talk, all y'all are some good men. We just gotta get the rest of them out there to recognize that and edify each other, not put each other down and bring each other down. So that's our program. That's our OMIB program, our economic program. We gotta manufacture some, brothers. We gotta control the distribution of some other than drugs in our community. They built the world's greatest distribution system in the world. They just gave us the worst product.
That's right. Teach.
All we got to do is duplicate what they gave us, take out the crack, take out the drugs, take out the weed, and put the other necessities and the things that is good for our people. The agriculture, the produce. Let's feed ourselves. Let's clothe ourselves. Let's make the toilet tissue that we're going to use. Let's make the laundry detergent that we're going to use. We got the brothers and the places in place that's already doing it. Let's draw off of it.
That's right.
And they so good with it. If you don't like the name of it, put your name on it. But let's just all get it from the same distribution. That makes sense?
That's right.
Can we all sell some toilet tissue? I don't care what name y'all want to put on. We doing laundry detergent. It's going to be whatever name y'all want. Y'all don't like that name, that color? Create your own. We'll put your name on the same one. Because it's all about distribution. It's about market share. That's all it's about. And black men, please, put some life insurance on your children.
Teach.
Put something on yourself. Start your children a business in an LLC and make your man the key man to your child's business. And put $500,000 or $1 million insurance policy on yourself, as much as you can afford. Just keep it on the books. So that when we pass away, we leave something so that the next generation of us that's sitting in this room can be having this conversation with some millions of dollars in the bank. And they ain't got to be worried about no doggone grants and this and that. And then when we talk about what we need to do, so-and-so can write the check for that. This one can write the check for that. And the next generation can do just a little bit better. Can't start at zero. We losing if we do that. And don't tell me you love your organization if you don't put your organization down as part beneficiary too.
Good teach.
Good teach, man.
Don't tell me you love Drew Ali and the temple ain't on your policy.
Whoa.
Come on, man.
Temple of Mercy on my policy.
Wow.
You ain't got to worry about if my kids gonna give them the 10% to play this game. They a line item. A check don't come to the temple. Minister Rahim, Temple of Mercy Association, 100,000. So they can take me out. Now I'm gonna talk good stuff this year. Cause I'm past all my contestability periods. Ain't no funny stuff can go on. I'm good. Now I'm gonna talk all the crap in the world. Take me out. I got 10 kids and I left them well prepared. Financially, educational wise, and it's gonna happen. All of us need to do the same thing. Y'all wanna stop killing?
Come on.
Put some insurance on the children.
Teach.
Make it a Wall Street problem. 63 homicides last week. Let them have to have paid $100,000 for each one of them 63 people and see if they would have not let that happen in our community again. Can y'all imagine what we would do with that influx of money in our community at one time? So do that. Do some distribution, man. Listen, the Temple of Mercy Association, our economic development program is so inclusive of everybody, man. We standing on Elijah Muhammad Do for Self program. We standing on the Do for Self program of the Honorable Marcus Garvey. We standing on the laws and principles that Joe Ali gave us. We doing that. That's what we doing it in the name of. We doing it in the name of growth and development. We doing it in the name of Chief Malik. We doing it in the name of Minister Farrakhan. We ain't leaving nobody out because everybody got to have the same thing. Some land, some agriculture, some houses, some friendships, some good walks of all life. That's us. So that's our economic program. We talked about our original man in black. That's our other one. And the last one is health. Because you can't be a revolutionary and we out here on the street. You like, hold on, brother minister. Let me get my asthma pump. Hold on, brother minister. My back hurt again because your stomach way out here. We got to demonstrate with our health, y'all. We got a health program. I'm going to give it to you real quick. Fast 1 day a month.
Come on,
week.
man.
1 day. Everybody should have a Sabbath day. Am I correct? Most religions, everybody got a Sabbath day, a holy day. Can we fast for at least 24 once a week?
Yes, sir.
Can we do a 3-day fast once a month? Just once a month. Every 4 months, can you clean your colon out, brothers? They tell me if your waistline is over a 34, that you have an 80% chance of developing some type of internal cancer in your colon.
Right.
80%. If it's under 34, you only got a 20%.
That's right.
So that means we got to get rid of the gut.
That's right.
They lied. That big belly and the sick eye ain't it. It ain't it. We got to get our health right. We got to cleanse our colon every season. Every time the seasons change, you should be cleaning your colon. Everybody should, health-wise, subscribe to a religion, a higher power. Something to elevate your mind because your mind determines your habits and your ways. So if you ain't got nothing on your mind, you're not going to want to eat right. So whatever your identity is and whatever you're identifying as, it should be God. And if you want to be God, you want to eat the food of the gods. So ain't no pork on the floor. That ain't a Nation of Islam thing. That's a law and commandment thing. No pork on the floor. And worse than the pork is the beef.
Come on now. Teach it.
It's the beef. I'm sorry. It take about 5 weeks for beef to go through your system.
Yeah.
Leave some beef in your sink for a day or two and see what the demonstration look like. But that's what your colon looking like on the inside. You got to do that. And drink some water.
Yeah, plenty of water.
Drink all the water you can. Drink some alkaline water. We got alkaline water back there, y'all. Y'all see that bottle of alkaline water? That's Nature's Divine Remedy. That's a product of the Temple of Mercy Association. We'll put your label on there. Let's just create the channel so we can add additional stuff to it. Somebody else gonna create something else that we're gonna need in our distribution. Somebody gonna come up with a clothing design and we ain't gotta wear Louis and Gucci no more, right? Let's build a distribution. And the last thing is, at least once a year, everybody should be doing at least a 7 to a 10-day fast.
Right.
Fasting is important.
Yes, sir.
You know, we do our fast around the commencement of the anniversary of the Million Man March. That's what we pledged to in 1995. We still on our 7-day fast, and we still, at least once a month, become a vegan. Even if you are a vegetarian, if you still eat meat, only eat it once a week. Don't eat no more than what can fit in the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
Once a week. It takes 4 to 6 days for it to come through your body. So if you're gonna eat meat, eat it only once a week. Then at least become a vegan at least 30 days. We still do the Honorable Elijah Muhammad Ramadan because, you know, we Negroes in America, we still love Christmas. And so one of the main reasons that he prescribed Ramadan in December was so Negroes didn't participate in Christmas. Right? So that's when we do our Ramadan. And if you work on the job, y'all know what I'm saying. It's Christmas party after Christmas party after Christmas party. But if you was on Ramadan, you couldn't partake in none of the Christmas party.
Right.
And none of the fire that's going on. So we still do that within the month of December, we become vegan. That's our health program. And you got to add, the last thing is supplements and nutrients to your diet. Because all our food is poison. That's why we got to fast so much.
Right.
And all of our food is nutritionally deficient. That's why you got to have supplements. That's why Minister Raheem, he's known for eating herbs and drinking juice all the time. Because if you look in the book of Genesis, it said the book said he prescribed herbs and seeds
Herbs and seeds.
as meat. So you gotta have your nutrients. I love Brother Calvin over there. How old are you now, Brother Calvin?
71.
71. That brother look good for 71. I was watching you and the Queen at the event the other day, and I said, man, I hope I'll be like that when I'm 71. They was getting around, they got their senses, they got everything intact. I mean, me and that brother look the same age, and I'm 50. That mean he doing something right.
Me too, I just made 70.
You just made 72.
Oh, right.
Oh, y'all 70. Because we gotta be around a while, y'all. I'm telling y'all, we can't be on the battlefield. I'm going to answer that phone, man.
Don't show up.
Who's phone?
No, that's Brother Minister, they looking for you. Somebody in trouble. One of your kids, they got caught up in
Let me see it.
Black guy's phone.
that might
Oh,
not
that's
even be
Brother
on.
Long's phone.
Just hit the button. But those are our programs: health, wealth, knowledge of self. And y'all know we ain't gonna talk about the knowledge of self because everybody in here got knowledge of self. So now I'm gonna call up. We're gonna change the pace a little bit. We're gonna have a little entertainment. We're gonna call one of the men of the original Men in Black. He's also a spoken word artist. He's also the head of our men's circle and our healing circle that we do once a month on Sundays, where we bring the young guys in. So we're gonna third Sunday at 3 o'clock, from 3 to 6 or 3 to 5. We have a men's circle. It's called a healing circle, where brothers can come and talk about the issues that they're dealing with and get some real solutions to that. So that's important because men today don't have no place to go and talk.
That's right.
You know, we usually absorb our feelings in alcohol and drugs and putting these fists up and taking it out on somebody that didn't have nothing to do with the trauma that we trying to deal with. So why don't y'all put y'all hands together and welcome to the stage on us, brother Tony Mono Flow.
Yeah. What's up, family? How y'all doing?
Good.
Man, y'all looking beautiful, looking marvelous, looking powerful. You know what I'm saying? On my feet when we go move through the streets. On our commands, I think it's also something that the New Era Chicago say. So we say, how y'all feel? And the answer is usually powerful. So let's try that. How y'all feel?
Powerful.
One more time. How y'all feel?
Powerful.
How y'all feel?
Powerful.
I know I said one more time. It was two more times. It's okay though. So once again, my name is Tony Mono Flow. Just y'all brother, man. I don't care what you call yourself. I'm your brother. So it's happy to see y'all family. Peace and the blessings. A little poetry real quick. I'm a spoken word artist. Came up in Chicago. But it's not about me. It's about us. Oh, them Aaron, I just want to greet you, brother. I love you, boy. See, me, I'm on that wolf dog backwards. What's that? God flow. No Diablo, but it's hot though. I'm from the Windy City where guys get shy when that car go whoop. The one that gets sent away like some cargo. But trying to make it easier for my daughter, it's hard, bro. I see you got a job, bro. That's all good, bravo. But they ain't trying to hire me, so I just lay low on the block, Joe. Chilling with my Camachos. In these streets like some potholes, cable lines with zapatos. That's Spanish if you did not know. On the corners, the cops roll up and scan us like barcodes. Get a line like Jolasco. How you expect me to not hold bangers when all the ops hold anger from all they pop rolls? And when it's beef, they say, let us get this cheese like it's nachos. And I say, bro, you got to stop that because hold on, we cannot go. Because see, I tell them, see, we all black disciples. Tell them we all Moors. We all gangster disciples. The original gangster was the Lord. We all four-corner hustlers, standing on our square. My brother, we all stars. We converse with the L. Speaking Latin King's English, my brother, we all MCs. Rapping Mickeys like cobras, no biting, we just squeeze. All some maniacs, all going insane. Everybody killing themselves for a spiritual gain. Bang. So I ask, how much you can you use so that the true you can be used? How much you can you use so that the true you can be used? let's think of some words that begin with you. How about unique? For you are one of a kind. Universe, for you and I are one and the same, held together by the fabrics of the universe and our genes. Unit, U-N-I-T, unity, U-N-I-T, why not be you? To unite, like a union, united together, U-N-I-O-N, you and I have one. You and I are win, you and I have one. Like a Uvala and unison, you are the sun, I am the shine. I am merely a reflection of you, Brother Lionel, and I reflect eternally in your eye. See, you are I, utilized. See, the truth is, I need you, Sister Flojo, to survive. They want to use you like you, pluralize. They don't realize that you is perfect, just how you are, and unified, in uniform. I'm not a uniform today, but we still in uniform. In uniform and uterus. God is because you exist. Who am I talking to? You, star, Ubuntu, one of my favorite terms, the African term Ubuntu, and it means I am because you are, or I am because we are. So thank you. You. Peace. Appreciate y'all.
Man, back in the day, I'd have put that on the CD and the DVD. I'd have bootlegged it. And I'd have been everywhere with that one, boy. I'd have been gone. Don't let me push record on that. They say the person that pushed record take ownership of that demonstration. Now, next coming to the stage, we got our brother who is one of Minister Raheem's finest students. And I say finest students because a lot of people sometimes look at us and they look at our numbers and they think, man, it ain't that many of them. They ain't on all that, man. But I just want y'all to know, our leader didn't create a bunch of followers. He made a bunch of leaders.
That's right.
You know, so it's a bunch of people that came through our doors that's out here leading the community and doing very well in their own right, in their own aspect. And, you know, when Amari talked about penetrate and duplicate, I don't know, nobody duplicated the marketing and promotion of the sax preacher better than coming to the stage, our very own brother, Black Ice. King of Force, Franklin Lodge number 25. Yes, sir.
Peace and blessings, family. How y'all doing?
Everything good?
All right. You say hotel? My hotel. Shalom.
Shalom Aleichem.
For Baragani. Assalamu alaikum.
Sir.
And from Inglewood, in the woods, we just say like, what up, though? I come from the Hebrew Israelite perspective, as we all do in our origin. Before we went to any geographical location, we had a relationship with God. And it was because that relationship with God failed, we found ourselves in the situation that we see ourselves in today. If you open up the scripture and you look at the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, you read about the blessings and the curses.
That's right.
But even more than that, you read about an identification marker. When you're looking for a suspect, the police say, well, he's 6 foot tall, he's dark skinned, he has jeans on, he has this or that. When you look at the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, it gives you the description of the condition that Israel would be in. Part of that description was going into slavery by way of ships. It called it out. It also called out that you would be the bottom or you would be the tail. Everywhere you would go, you would be the tail. It also calls out that you would give birth to children and those children would go into captivity. It also calls out that you could have a wife and that man would be able to go and sleep with your wife. You would build a house and you wouldn't live in that house. And everywhere you go, the stranger that is in your area will get high above you and you will get down very low. Who's cutting your grass in your community? It's the Mexicans. Who's selling us our gas in our community? It's the Arabs. Who owns the beauty supply stores and who's doing our nails? The Asians. And so when God calls a thing, it comes to pass. So what do? We develop these plans that the Toma Nation has developed, and our brothers and our sisters from various organizations have developed. One of the things that we learned early on in the Toma Nation is that we don't do spiritual gangbang.
Right on.
Come on now.
We don't do spiritual gangbang. It was enough gangbanging out on the street with the folks and the Stones back in the day. And then the folks and the Stones broke off and they went this way and they went that way. And they didn't realize that they were actually repeating the old crusades and the fights that they had back in the day.
Come on, that's right.
All the way over there in the Middle East. We adopted their ideology and their mentality. But even more so, we adopted a white supremacy mentality that anything that looks black
Come on now.
is evil and is negative. We don't have to go into the black cat being bad luck and the devil's food cake being black and the angel's food cake being white. What he has done today is he has planted his mind in our mind.
Come on now.
And so we can see 5 black police officers killed and beat the hell out of one of their own because they're thinking with that white supremacist mind.
That's right. Come on now.
And anything that looked like themselves, they hate. Because we were taught to hate ourselves. So let's go on this poetic journey. It's called Get Your Knee Off My Neck.
All right.
All right.
I can't breathe. Get your knee off my neck. I can't breathe. Why are you on top of me? I said I can't breathe. Get your knee off my neck. 400 years of disrespect, inequality, and it's bothering me, but you ain't listening. The only time you seem to pay attention is when we looting and breaking something. But you're too blind to see that this is live on TV. Unscramble the line, straighten the antenna. Let's go back to 1619 Virginia, America. This is where we stepped off the slave ships and stepped on the auction block. Sold to the highest bidder like livestock. Since that moment, we've been playing on 2 separate fields to 2 different clocks, and you got the nerve to use your stopwatch. How am I ever going to catch up to you when you've had a 400-year head start? Back then, you made it unlawful for me to read, but now you're trying to make it unlawful for me to breathe. Get your knee off my neck. I can't breathe. Then in 1863, we thought that we were freed. But Galveston, Texas denied our freedom for 2 more years. This is why we celebrate Juneteenth, our Independence Day. But let's fast forward to May 31st, 1921. A mob of white men with guns and white sheets burned down over 35 square blocks of businesses and over 1,200 homes in what would later be known as Black Wall Street. And you wonder why the unemployment is so high in our community. It's because of that knee. Get your knee off my neck. I can't breathe. See, the odds have been against us since the day that we were born. And some of these racists have traded in their white sheets for black robes, suits and ties, and police uniforms.
Come on now.
Let me clarify. All cops are not bad cops. When you stand there and watch, look at your watch while 9 minutes and 20 seconds go past, knee on neck, I can't breathe, a crime is being committed, then the good cop becomes just as guilty as the bad cop. As a matter of fact, that makes you an accessory. I think they love to see black men wearing accessories like hands and cuffs and chains. Since slavery, we've been beaten, whipped, handcuffed, and chained, and this is a stain on America's history. But when will it change? America, we still haven't forgotten your original sin. And the reason why America was so great back then is because we were your human cotton gin. So when you say, let's make America great again, are you saying that you want us to go back to picking your cotton again for free? We had no choice because of that need. But this is something that we've tried so hard to avoid. Well, damn it, today we want justice from Emmett Till to Jacob Blake to Tyree to George Floyd. Get your knee off my neck. I can't breathe. When we walk out of that door, everybody knows the trauma that we're facing. But what we're saying today is get with the program of my brothers and our sisters from Toma Nation. That's that, people.
Get that knee off our neck and them shoes off his feet. Y'all see that demonstration? You sing with me, you sitting in the front. That boy got some good stuff, man. Y'all know he's in the clothing as well. So y'all need clothes, suits, shoes, stuff like that. He was DeAndre's fashion over on Ashland and on Hawkins back in the day. 79th Street. So, you know, we got entrepreneurs around here. So that's what it's all about. Sell or go to hell.
Yeah.
So, our next person coming to the podium is our very own member of the OMIB, Original Men in Black. He's also one of the heads of our hospitality patrol. He's our community liaison to the schools because we're going to be going back to the schools, grammar schools and high schools with our program again so that we can offer some solutions and other alternatives for these young men so that they can do what they got to do. He put together a program this Kwanzaa that was kind of dope. We didn't know how to think about it at first. He said Kwanzaa ball, like Kwanzaa ball, like we're gonna be dressed up. He's like, no man, I'm bringing shorties down. We're gonna shoot some 3-on-3. We're gonna give out some prizes. I'm like, that go with Kwanzaa. I'm like, okay, well we're gonna see how this pan out. And it turned out to be a wonderful celebration.
Yes, sir.
Young people got a lot out of it. You know, so whatever we got to do to draw the shorties, we got to do that. And then we just got to make sure we edutain them instead of just entertain them. So why don't y'all welcome to the podium our very own I Am Adverb.
Well, welcome to Toma Nation's grand opening as we celebrate right here in the Grand Crossing community, right here at 616 East 71st Street. Today is February 5th, 2023. My grandmother turned 73 years old on today.
All right.
So it's great to be with you guys on such a great day as Toma is opening this house and introducing the community and the things that they've been doing for so many years. And then also just to, for myself to be a celebration of my grandmother being here 73 years of life. Welcome to Toma Nation's grand opening. It's a pleasure to be with you guys. You look good, you look blessed. I'm gonna go forth and I'm gonna speak about my part with the Original Men in Black. OMIB? Who are we?
OMIB.
Who are we?
OMIB.
So, the Original Men in Black is a hospitality watch patrol group whose mission is to invoke a constant adult male presence in our community and give our families hope for our youth and to there's so many layers when it comes to the Original Man in Black. Not only about having a male presence within our community, but just how to be a man of God, a man within yourself, and then a man for your family, and then even moving further than that, how to be a man in your community. There's so many layers to being a man, so many parts of a man that we overlook. But that's why the Original Men in Black is so important. And that's why Toma is important with so many different layers that it offers as far as the lives, as far as the Original Men in Black, and then Toma itself giving us that spiritual guidance. I became a member of the Original Men in Black right after the tragic death of George Floyd. During that time, me and a few of my brothers were going throughout the community doing different things. We were cleaning the community. We were helping at many of the food drives that happened throughout the city of Chicago. So we formed this group that basically would go into different communities that most people are afraid of. And we would go and talk to our brothers. We would go help women with their groceries, whether it was to their building or to their car. But another powerful thing that we got a chance to do was that this is like the first thing that I got introduced to when I first came back to Chicago when I was about 17 years old, is affirmations. And when I say affirmations, the RMIB, we not only go through the neighborhood, we want to be heard. So we have a few chants that we do throughout the neighborhood. Those chants got people's attention, of course, but it does something to you when you speak positivity, when you speak positive over yourself in your own life. When you go out into your community and say race first, I realized that it was doing something to me more than just the people that I was speaking to. When we were going out in the community saying when real men stand up, everyone else can sit down, it was challenging me to actually be that person that stood up as a man within my community. So that was one powerful aspect of the Original Men in Black. We also now, on third Sundays, also have a conversation as men about different challenges that men go through.
Yes, sir.
You know, as a man, 9 times out of 10 in our community, we were raised by our mother.
That's right.
And what I'm realizing is I have a lot of different skills, but I realized a lot of those skills came from my mother. And I didn't have a lot of training from men. So I've been having some conversations I've been with Minister Yashua almost every day. I feel like one of his kids now. I'm on the phone with Minister Raheem Otson almost on a daily basis. He has us up at 5 o'clock in the morning praying.
Yes, sir.
In the morning.
So what that does to you is it changes your mindset completely. It keeps you on track. It keeps you grounded. When the bill collectors are calling, when the kids are screaming, when the children mother isn't as happy with you as she could be, when your grandmother is calling you because she needs to go to the grocery store and she needs to go to the doctor, when your mother is calling on you for different things, it keeps you grounded.
Yes, sir.
So I'm thankful for the mentorship that you get inside the Original Men in Black to how do you be this man and then how do you be this man of God in your home and in your community. So those are just the things that I'll say about the Original Men in Black. And thank you to not only the leadership of the Original Men in Black, but thank you to all of the brothers and the brotherhood within the Original Men in Black. One of my brothers is here today, Brother Tony, who is a saint, a prophet, a Messiah in his own right through our community. I've got time to spend personally with Brother Daniel, Brother Joshua, and so many, Brother Taharka, Minister Taharka. So many of our brothers that we really is a family. When we are done with our protesting going throughout the community, we really go build and talk to each other how we gonna do this for the next generation. So we're really building something. And one more thing about the Original Men in Black. Most of us, the minister always says this, most of us have a biblical name. My name is Isaiah. I go by the name I am ever. We have Brother Daniel. We have Brother Joshua in our group. We have Brother Aaron in our group. So the minister always says, well, those leaders from the Bible are bad. And I'm always like, okay. But when I look at our names, he's not telling the story, and he never is. He's always right. So I thank you so much to everybody that's been a part of this movement. Thank you to all of the partnerships. We've got funding through ABJ Community Services, which helped us hire and bring on a lot of brothers to reward them for their efforts of walking in the community, even though we're a volunteer organization. So thank you to all of the partnerships we've had, Nation of Islam, who is also a model for what we do, the Black Panther Party, which is a model for what we do, the Deacons of Defense, which is a model for what we do. So thank you to all of those that are present with us and all those that came before us.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go forward a little piece if that's all right. Okay.
Yes, sir. Go crazy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure the room here, I know it's a little warm in here, but I gotta make sure it's hot in here, you know. We're gonna go forth for the piece. And dear God, if you can help me, I don't know what to do. So just speak through me, speak to me, and let us go. Say this with me. I love myself.
I love myself.
I love my community.
I love my community.
I respect myself.
I respect myself.
I respect my community.
I respect my community.
I live with reason.
I live with reason.
My reason to live.
And my reason to live
is love.
is love
And respect.
and respect.
I think Mama would do it like this. Ha! Ha ha! Ah, okay. Ha ha! Ha ha! Woo! Okay, you won. Appreciate that. If I ruled the world, at Chirac Cuisine, you order through a window. Bulletproof glass, bullets for burgers licked, mouth sauce on trigger fingers. Prayer can of soda is all that goes pop in the hood. There's gates and there's locks. And it's like it's an invisible fence that surrounds the poor, and the only way out is casket, NFL, NBA. If I could, I would eat at a better place where they serve better plates, better restaurants in the neighborhood, better grocery stores where the food is good, better breakfast programs, school lunches, dinner to feed the homeless instead of feeding the machine.
Come on, King.
The state's stomach in need of a plumber to solve its problems, it take a plunger. I close my eyes and all I ever wonder is if I rule the world, healthcare would be free. Education wouldn't cost a fee. Public housing, public aid. If I rule the world, tinted windows on the motorcade. Rims on my airplane. Fly as the Air Force One, sauce in the Air Force Ones. I drip like BBQ at barbecues. From front yards to backyards of the White House too. It's a dream come true. When I eat, you can eat too. When I am safe, you are safe. If you have faith, no need for secret service. It's no secret I serve God. So serve my niggas like it's the Last Supper. Like Black Messiah walked in your establishment, do you serve this customer? Or because of God's color, discriminate. A burger filled with hate. Think about that. When I eat, you eat. When I am safe, you are safe. If we have faith, it's no need for secret service. It's no secret I serve God. So serve my niggas like it's the Last Supper. Like Black Messiah walked in your establishment, do you serve this customer or because of God's color discriminate? A burger filled with hate, crime in the cheese, lies in the lettuce, onions of oppression, tomatoes of trauma, Ku Klux Klan for ketchup for a cup of Flint's water. I thirst for justice, want a taste of freedom. Pull up a chair, protest, a boycott, a march, a sit-in. You sit in Starbucks, you put in handcuffs. Like animals in the wild, can't even eat at Buffalo Wild Wings. I close my eyes, and all I ever dream is I rule the world. I rule the world. I love myself. I love my community. I respect myself. I respect my community. I live with reason, my reason to live. It's love and determination. Thank you.
That was pretty good, man. Y'all give that brother another strong black hand. If we can just take over our community and take back our culture and put the words in the mouths of these youth, we'll be all right. We'll be on our way somewhere. Now we're going to hear from our very own founder. He's going to come and give us a little entertainment. So he's got his sax preacher cape on right now. Yeah. Question. Where did Ebony go?
I see it. Never mind. I see it. We almost said the food. That's what I was looking for, y'all. Okay, with y'all. Okay. So the food. So we got a couple more things to do, then we're gonna serve the food. But at this time, we're gonna hear from the sax preacher. So you all put your hands together and welcome him back to the podium. Mr. Rahim, aka the sax preacher.
All right, y'all. How's everybody doing?
Great.
All right. Well, we got a technical challenge, so that's coming up. And y'all can look at the horn and I'll play a couple of notes. How about that? Well, getting out of God's the head of my life, I'm proud and feeling humble to see all of my friends in the house. Different persuasions, different backgrounds. I pray and hope that you learn a little bit more about the Toma Nation by listening to Minister Omari and Minister Yashua. And then you heard a little bit from some of the newer people who are part of the OMIB, the Original Men in Black. I'm just, y'all know who I am, I guess, right now. I am Minister Rahim Kaseratin, founder, should be co-founder because the creator is the founder of this movement. I've networked with mostly everybody in here. I'm also the chairman of the United Black American Progress Association. I'm not the president anymore, thank the Lord. Kind of letting go of a few responsibilities. But anyway, we also have some members of Sisters of Joanne Chapter 212. That's my wife's chapter. Franklin Lives number 25, they in here. One of them, most of them. So, glad to see you here too, brother.
Yes, sir.
This is my brother. Y'all say this, I never use that term, but I'm gonna say it today. My brother from another mother. And I say that because I actually miss this brother when I ain't seen him in a while. That's how we share information with one another. And there are no restraints dealing with, but you know, the other stuff that hold people back. I mean, we just brothers. That's what we need.
Yes, sir.
You know, and conversations we haven't had in a while. And he came here Sunday, and I almost didn't want to go up. We was talking, so, you know, about what's really going on out here and what we need to do to make it,
Yes, sir.
you know, to make that type of change. And I just pray and hope that all of us in this room can be a start of the solidarity and the alliances that we got to build with one another. It can start right here after today.
That's right.
Let that work begin. See, this is just you all coming to really, look at what we're doing and support what we're doing. But the real work is out there.
Better believe it.
This is called imagine. Imagine the world not how it is, but the way it should be. So we're gonna do that somebody together. Hopefully I can play this piece right. We're gonna start it. Not release the ones too close to that. So let that go. Last but not least, we are one.
Yeah.
We are one. No matter what your religion is and whatnot, everybody in this room, living in this city, suffering most of the same forms of oppression like everybody else is doing. And it's not separating you by your religion, cancer, or whatever it is. Some of us know if somebody been shot or been shot ourselves. So we all suffering the same stuff. So I just want to do this song by what's that guy name? Frank Beverly. We are one. All right. I'm gonna do a little bit. Well, since y'all is on y'all clap, That's Minister Omari on the keyboards. Most of y'all that go there and get all the music. Everything you hear in that song. That guy there. Wow. Get all of that. That's Minister Omari again. Y'all want to, if you can't sit down, jump up. Do all that stuff and all through the story.
Watch out now. Watch out now.
There you go.
Featuring the sax preacher called We Are One. And let it benefit every organization that's in this room. We can do a 50-50 split. Where there's a will, there's a way. I think we ought to have a We Are One. I'm the business development manager. Y'all like that? Yeah. All right, so don't y'all just be locking my calls down when I be working. All right, at this time we're gonna call up our first lady, who's gonna come and give you all words from her. And then after that, we're gonna bless our food and then we'll begin to eat. We're gonna ask different tables to go out and be served.
So if y'all don't mind, please stand and welcome to the podium the First Lady of this great movement, Sister Makita Aisha.
All right, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Everybody in this room that knows me
That's so beautiful, Mama Jeff.
I keep it short and sweet. And I know you all are just ready to eat. But looking at your all beautiful faces, my heart has joy in it. Seeing all of you all come out for this grand opening. It is much love to you. Okay. It is much love to you, and I welcome you because I'm quite sure you had a welcome. Welcome you to our new Temple of Mercy Association. We probably headquarters. So welcome everybody, and enjoy the food and enjoy everything that you have heard and seen. And I want you to enjoy what you all have coming next. So God loves you, and I do too.
All right.
All right, Sister Cheryl, who is our financial person, come on up. She's gonna bless our food for us. And then we're gonna start in the front with Brother Kenny Bay's table, and then Brother Lionel's table, and then that table, and then that table. So you all can just go out to the front and be served, and then come back in. Come on, Sister Cheryl.
Let us bow, feel the presence of the Lord around us, inside us, attention prayer. Father, we thank you for the food that we're about to receive. May it nourish our bodies. Father, bless the hands that cook the food and those that serve the food, and bless us as we eat, and bless us as we do your will. We love you because you loved us first. Amen.
Amen. Minister Omari gonna play us some music, but your table can go first. Yes, sir.
You thought about your dressing. I'm not in the right place when I see you. From Chicago. Usually all around black people. Yeah. Maybe that's why. Even when I was living in the West, I
come visit that area. But yeah, but now I still visit that area. That was 10 years ago. Maybe that's where you go. What's the best place I can run to meet girls? And it was jewelry, and I like to dress. You know, my father dressed, my grandma dressed, and that's how I kind of like started off the path of like, you know, this history. I'm like black. I said, ego. I'm a system. Everything system. Rest of them, I'm all thing. And I have my whole this is something I told you, you gotta have engaged with them, right there. You got it right there.
master musician, master drummer. Not only do he play the drum, but he makes the drums. He makes the drums, that's right.
That's right.
He's our manufacturer, so anybody wanna get their drums, y'all know who y'all need to talk to.
That's right.
Plus he'll teach you how to play.
And
And they'll teach you how to play, that's right.
And I done seen about at least 25 drums at one time. How many you got?
If he's selling a bunch.
Woo, boy, I'm short.
That's in my house.
You was whooping that thing.
I'm short. Yeah, we made them all right here. That's beautiful. Gotta pass that crap down.
So, at this time, I just want to introduce a couple of things to you all that we had talked about before. Part of our economic program, when we talk about manufacturing and distributing among ourselves, the necessity. This is my 14-year-old sales manager of my family-owned business that my 20-year-old, Camille. Camille, tell him to step out for 2 seconds. He's somewhere being cool right now. Now they get to a certain age, it's cool. So these are two of our products. That's our CEO back there, Brother Khalil Lawford. So we got our alkaline water. This is Nature's Divine Remedy. This is a Toma Nation product. So we have water available for sale. We are doing wholesale as well. We're doing private labeling. So if you want your own label on the bottle, we're gonna do that too. You know, I want to do something with y'all, man. I got some things for y'all, man. You know, I want to put out a laundry detergent from the boys and call it More Pure. So we got to talk. But we do sell the alkaline water here. You can purchase it, contact the number. We got flyers out there on the thing, and then we also got our toilet tissue, the bathroom tissue that we manufacture. Now I want y'all to know this is Easy Fella label, right? So a lot of people always ask me, is that black owned? I want you to know it's black manufactured. Okay, so we started manufacturing this for some Hispanics that wanted to distribute tissue in their community, right? So it took them about 2 months to sell in their tissue in their community before they were able to duplicate our whole warehouse in Gary, Indiana. So now they got their own manufacturing. So we still got some of their boxes, we still got some of their labor. I just wanted to clear that up because there's a lot of confusion about, is that really a black-owned brand? Is it this? Is it that? And I was one of the main ones, and I had to go meet the manufacturer myself to figure out what was going on. He was like, no, sir, I make 14 different national tissues for 14 different ethnic groups. I make tissues for everybody but my own people. That's what he told me. So I said, well, we're going to change that. I know some brothers. We're going to get together, and I don't care whose name go on that tissue box. We can put your name on there, somebody else's name. We can do something to commemorate Kwanzaa, to commemorate Juneteenth, some other events. So I want y'all to throw it around. We can commemorate the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. I want to see everybody on the side of that box. Because we're talking about promoting economics among our organizations. We got to put ourselves together in a situation where we're all benefiting from the manufacturing. It don't matter what label it is. Kimberly Clark do not make Scott tissue. She is the company that distributes tissue. She makes $59 million a year. Scott ain't her only brand. She got about 89 of them. She's just a distribution form. So I want us to think like that and set some stuff up so that everybody can be represented in our economic thrust. Because you know how our people is. Well, I don't like that name. Well, you know, they might like somebody else's name. So let's just, you know, get it out there to our people and do what we got to do. But at this time, I'm going to call Sister Makita back up. She's got a trivia that she's going to do for us. And if y'all don't mind, welcome her back to the podium. We do have tissue and water available when you get ready to leave. And also, if you want to take some more food with you, we got the bit to go complete. So you can take some with you. Please don't leave no food. I don't want to take nothing home. Yeah, you see us the same thing on the corner.
Go to trivia.
Hello again.
Yeah.
Hello again. Let's have some fun. Minister Marty? Yes, okay. Is everybody enjoying themselves?
Yeshua.
All right. Minister Marty, he's going to spin this wheel. And it's going to be two categories. One category is trivia. You got it, Minister Marty? Still don't have it? Ready?
Who did that, right?
Who said that?
Who said that?
That needs to be a category too.
Said what? Okay.
All right, you can spin it. What did it stop on?
Who said that?
Who said that? Tell them it's kind of loud.
Mari,
Thank
can we
you.
get some volume on the mic?
She said what kind of loud?
Okay, who said that? Number one. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we see. Who said that?
Barack Obama.
He is correct. Barack Obama. And now I'm gonna have to ask you to stand down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding.
I'm
I'm only kidding. Minister Marty, can you please spin that wheel? What did it stop on?
Trivia.
Trivia. The first question. How many countries observe Black History /Heritage Month? Name a few. Countries that observe Black history besides the United States of America.
0.
It is so.
Jamaica.
Can you sign again?
How many countries observe Black History or Heritage Month? Can any of the ministers back there answer that question?
England, France.
No.
Canada.
That's one.
Great Britain. How many? 2.
Name just one more.
Canada and the other one is, what's the other one they got, the other states?
Somebody said France.
Australia.
Ireland.
Nigeria.
Ireland. Ireland observes Black History Month. Okay, Minister Marty, spin that wheel. Ireland. You missed that first. Who said that? Black Ice got that. What did it stop on?
Trivia.
Trivia again?
Yes.
Number 2. What year did the annual Black History Month celebration start?
1926.
The month of the week.
There you go. The month. Somebody in here knows something. Could you tell me when the weekend when that started?
I'm gonna take a wild guess.
Oh wow. Yes.
1973.
Ooh, you are so close. You are so close. You're awesome. Anybody else want to take a stab at it?
1965.
This year.
76.
That was my next one.
76. Minister Omari, spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
Good guess. It was strictly good guess.
And that is a very tricky question. Did it stop? What did it stop on?
Trivia.
Trivia again. Okay, listen carefully. A form of systematic racism, the banking sector that severely restricted opportunities for Black people to buy homes.
Red line.
All right. All right, Minister Omari. Oh, can you tell me what year? Can you tell me what year that started? Can anybody tell me the year that it started?
What?
Red line.
Red line.
Redlining?
It was in the 40s.
56.
37.
You're close. You're close.
1932.
You're closer.
1940.
33.
1920.
Almost.
34.
34. Minister Omari, spin the wheel.
Let's go to who said that. I got that one right.
What did it stop on?
Come on, man. You not spinning that wheel good.
Trivia again.
Trivia again.
Oh, this shit.
Oh, now everybody should get this one.
Civil rights.
What summer holiday commemorates the emancipation of Black slaves in the United States of America?
Independence Day.
Everybody will be that.
Somebody said it.
Yeah.
That is all. Everybody spin the wheel.
All right, all right.
Who said that?
Who said that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Such preacher said.
I'm hungry for knowledge. The whole thing is to learn every day, to get brighter and brighter. That's what this world is about. You look at someone like Gandhi, and he glowed, Martin Luther King glowed, Muhammad Ali glowed. I think that from being bright all the time and trying to be brighter. Who
That sounds
said
just
that?
like
James
Ilhan Shabazz.
No, you wouldn't have said
Malcolm
Who
X.
said that?
He wanted to mention Martin Luther King and Muhammad.
Not at that time. There's got to be somebody a little bit more current. There gotta be.
What's his name?
Jesse Jackson.
Good Trouble.
Ooh, ooh.
What was the last sentence?
Male or female?
I think that from being bright all the time and trying to be bright, he thinks that being bright all the time and he's trying to be bright. I'm hungry for knowledge. The whole thing is to learn every day.
Barack Obama.
Is that Muhammad Ali?
Yeah, right. That's cool.
He wouldn't have said
He said younger.
Okay, give up. Jay-Z. Jay-Z.
Nah, that's a good one though.
Jay-Z. Minister Marty spin the wheel.
I appreciate him saying that.
Yeah.
That's why he's on you. Marty spin the wheel.
Who said
Oh,
that?
stop.
Back on who said that?
Who said that? Okay. Bring the gifts that my ancestors gave. All right. I didn't even finish.
That was another good
That was
guess.
in the spirit. That was in the spirit.
Maya Angelou. And the rest of it is, I am the dream and hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise.
Oh, wait.
Mr. Marty, spin the wheel. Trivia. The movement of Southern Black people to the North during World War I, World War II, and two decades after World War II. All right. Oh. They knew that one. Omari, spin the wheel. Okay, can anybody tell me what year did it begin?
Great Migration?
Yes.
1920.
1921.
You all are so close.
1922.
Somebody said 1919.
1923.
Not 1990.
1917. 1918.
1900.
1918. 1916.
1916. That's it.
1915, that's when I was born.
Oh, and how many people were involved?
What?
Do anybody know how many people were involved?
12 million.
It was millions, but they have I guess a guesstimate.
They lied.
I know, they always lying.
Over 3 million people.
More.
6 million.
There it is. All right, Reba. Minister Almighty, spin the wheel.
I did.
Ooh, that's close.
Trivia.
Trivia?
You said that?
Okay.
Trivia.
Okay. Black History Heritage Month originated in the United States. Who created it?
Carter G. Woodson.
In what year?
1926.
76.
Well, he really didn't quit.
Oh.
Oh,
yeah. You got it.
And at the time, how long was it observed?
1 week.
1 week. All right. Okay, I'm already spin the wheel.
Y'all went to history class, didn't y'all?
No, them are high school dropouts.
Trivia.
Trivia.
This trivia is actually a Who Am I? A Black writer and social activist who rose to cultural prominence during the Harlem Renaissance. I wrote with the goal of exposing readers. Oh, see, there's some smart folks in here. I didn't even finish. It was Langston Hughes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you think about here.
Minister Omari, spin the wheel. Is the wheel spinning?
It's not.
Oh,
Trivia.
it's trivia again?
On your way.
Yes, that's why I can't see it.
Okay.
Okay, everybody should answer this in unison. What was the name of the first Black African-American woman to be elected to Congress?
Her name Shirley Chisholm.
Shirley Chisholm.
How long was her term?
She didn't get in. She just was the first to run. That's what she said. The first time. 12 years.
12 years.
It was 6 years.
She actually had 7 terms.
So
Do anybody know from what year?
42?
Not from 1942.
75.
What is wrong with you? From 1969 to 1983. Okay, Minister Omari, so trivia gonna be out of there and we're just going to do it. But we have one more question. So Minister Omari, spin the wheel. Okay, after this question, trivia will be out of there. What was the Harlem Renaissance?
The Harlem Renaissance.
Okay, come on.
The Harlem Renaissance was a period in history where the African American started getting recognition. It came in around 1926, which was after the Honorable Marcus Garvey reigned over Harlem. And those people who got their apprenticeship inside of the UNIA, writing in the newspapers and the businesses and so forth and so on, merged into what is called the Harlem Renaissance. So Garveyism was the foundation for the Harlem Renaissance. So your Dr. Carter G. Woodson wrote articles in the Negro World newspaper. And many of the Zora Neale Hurston of the Harlem Renaissance got her start in the UNIA when it's all said and done.
That's right.
Okay,
I win something.
It's out. You won.
Okay, the trivia is out of there, so we no longer need the wheel, but we're going to just finish off our, who said that? Who said that? Okay. We stop right there.
Toma
Okay.
Cash App, Toma Nation 1.
Okay, who said that? To be black and conscious in America is to be in conscious.
Malcolm X.
Who?
James Ball.
Hey!
No, she whispered.
Sister Joy, you're in trouble. Okay, who said that? Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
Martin Luther Gandhi.
I heard it.
Martin Luther King.
There it is, and there it is. Stand up.
I get this one. Garvey said it first. Garvey said it first. And Gandhi stole it from Imhotep.
Okay, who said that? Hate is too great a burden to bear. It injures the hater more than it injures the hated.
Martin Luther King.
It's around that time, though.
It's a woman too.
You are so correct.
You gotta be real. Ain't in the middle. Gotta be real.
Hate is too great a burden to bear. It injures the hater more than it injures the hated. Ooh, ooh.
3,
Minister Raheem.
2, 1.
Minister Raheem.
Rosa Parks.
I'm gonna see if he knows, but you, ooh, he's so close. Who said that?
Who said what?
Zora Neale Hurston.
Hate is too great a burden to bear.
Angela Davis.
It injures the hater more than it injures the hated. That's one I thought you would know.
I don't know, but it's true.
Yes. Coretta Scott King. That's
I should get that because they won. Coretta and Martin was one.
You can't say Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Who said that? You can't separate peace from freedom because no one can be at peace unless he has his freedom. Woo! Who said that?
Is that Malcolm?
Oh, there you go! Malcolm X.
That's good.
Who said that? I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I'm changing the things
that I cannot accept.
that I cannot accept.
That's Malcolm X too.
Uh-uh.
But
Uh-uh.
they changed it though. They
That's
fixed
around that time.
Just listen
things I
to
cannot
it
accept.
again.
Was it Muhammad Ali?
I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I am changing the things that I cannot accept.
Chevy Fred Hampton?
It's not even a male.
Right, Angela Davis.
There you go.
That's why I knew it was Black Panther.
There
I
you
knew
go.
that. I said,
Angela Davis.
I knew that was Black Panther.
Wow. Who said, if you have no confidence in yourself?
Martin Luther King.
Oh, wow. Yes.
I was gonna say it too.
You knew this. Was that right?
Yes. The last one. Who said and who screamed by black?
Dr. West!
Thank you all for that. Thank you all for participating.
Who came up with the term ludicrous?
Minister Raheem could say it.
Jesse Jackson. You don't even make a word.
Yes, sir.
I can't wait to hit somebody with that one.
Yeah, I think it would be better. He did it. That was you.
Good night, everybody.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. You too. Good to see you.
Everybody leave before the
Don't try to leave before the offering. You offered it already?
Yeah, that first. I missed it.
Don't forget to get your tissue and water on the way out the door. But at this time, we want to take up a little offering. And Rich, our conference, I don't want to be long, I do want to be strong, so I just want to know, is there anybody that would like to bless us with $100 mission? We take Cash App, Zelle, credit card, debit card, MasterCard, Visa, American Express, Venmo, PayPal,
And fat girl.
everything.
Everything?
Everything.
Everything.
As long as it's your card number. We giving us your girl card number. So about y'all on the same account as your show. But, you the salesman. You get that.
That's why I didn't ask you how I said.
You get that price from, I'm not get pro wings instead of make them no more.
That's why I asked you over that.
Anybody else want to give us a donation? Anybody got a $50 donation? Anybody want to be with their brother or sister at their table and make their table a $100 table? Black guys got $50, y'all give them a hand. Cash App.
It'll be electronic. He's doing electronic.
He's doing electronic.
We at 55 over here.
Y'all at 55. I see some more. That look like 7.
What's the Zelle?
The Zelle.
What you call got the Cash App and the Zelle?
Do the Cash App. Toma Nation 1. Thank you, young
That
man.
nigga got the
With that sharp African coat on.
How we submit our names for tax write-offs?
Y'all ain't filing no tax for no way. Y'all talking about.
Hey, tax person right here. What you talking about?
I said they not filing.
Yes, they are. You can give me that call, sir.
I want you to figure out how to file my ERC past the deadline, just tax person. I want you to figure out how to file my ERC after the deadline. So what's the Zelle again? After the deadline is the 31st. I need you to find me a bank code.
All right,
What's the Zelle again?
give me a call.
Send it to me. Make sure you put that in the thing.
Reading off those who did it.
Anybody else want to give a donation? Anybody else? We can do it. Brother Ephraim, Brother Clyde. Hey, can y'all tell them in the hallway to, Send me up here to do offering and then they go run.
We did ours, it's in the, send
Y'all
back,
did y'all?
it's in the envelope.
Y'all,
I like
that's
the
our,
way, I like
that's
the way he
our,
named me by name.
that's our regional chairperson of the Blue Black Panther Party back there. Before there was an elite.
We are representing the NGE in this thing.
Our nation of God on earth. Can y'all imagine what we can do in our community if this school thought, if we just put it in its proper perspective? Man, y'all understand? We can do some stuff. Hey, Omari, can you have them step in here for a minute?
They can hear you.
They can hear me, but I don't hear y'all coming in here with no offering. Yeah, can y'all come on in here with y'all offering, please? I ain't talking about y'all after they gave one already. I'm talking about y'all that want to cash out me $100 that Toma Nation won. What's up, Brother Maru?
What's going on, bro? I just gave old boy the offer.
Who is old boy? I got the best. Check him, man.
I cashed out.
Y'all got cash
He
out.
said $ Toma Nation. Black
Got
out.
no problem with you. Black out.
Black out. Brother Caleb did it too, though.
Thank you, Brother Caleb. You cash out too?
Yes, sir.
You get your water on the way out the door? You got your box of tissue on the way out the door?
Also, I got my box of cheese.
Oh, you got the cheesecake.
You need to bring that tissue.
Yes, sir.
You need to drop the box off, bro.
When is that, brother? You want to pay for that now?
I mean,
You can take it with you. We got them.
All right.
Joshua?
Yes, sir.
That man need a box of tissue back there. Give him the one after the time. Y'all ain't on y'all job. Y'all ain't on y'all job.
I just told him that sales brother.
He the sales manager. He playing video games. Thank you, Brother Minister Caleb.
You go, brother Minister? You go? Okay.
If you don't want a box of tissue, I got tissue.
Hey, brother, it's inflation. We doing $2 a roll. Thank you, young man. God bless you. Sax preacher.
Y'all will get in together.
And before y'all get out of here, we want the brothers, we want all the brothers to come to the front of the stage because we want to make sure Brother Maru get a picture of us.
Oh, get a big picture.
We need a group picture of all of the brothers and then a group picture of everybody together.
Oh, no, not that one.
You got to push that too.
We have to take pictures of this auspicious occasion.
I watched that play that he could cook my.
He likes my proceed. Wait, you think it's the same picture? That's how you look is like this.
And got this side.
Brother Shaka said this is
His hand was like this. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can do this.
I mean, how you want us to line up?
How you want us? Tall people in the back. Small, short, folks in the front.
How did the picture come out,
Come on,
bro?
y'all. Think I'm good.
I'm gonna send it to you.
What's trying to do?
Hey, what's going on, though? What's up?
I'm gonna sit right here.
That's right. I can do it.
Brother, you want to tell them that
Presidents.
I need somebody from every organization.
You let Shaka them leave and get you leave.
Shaka. You got class.
Yeah, Brother Shaka.
Come on, you gotta get the picture.
No, Brother Clyde.
Gotta bring the old school.
every organization.
Gotta bring the old school.
Hey,
So,
new style around, man. New school style around.
Get over there.
Come on, bro, Will.
You sit right there. Yeah.
The world's best of it. Hey,
How you doing? Come on, Marvin, you gotta get in the picture too.
Julia Wood, right?
Now, when you show us pictures, we don't see somebody's face, we know who the grandfather is. I'm gonna go back to it like that.
You and I ate the nation of God's and earth and the that was the only other person we was missing.
We all there.
You better have faith in God. Hey, this you better say that. You better have faith. You better make sure you faith yourself.
Ready. Number one, ready. Let's go. Black power.
Nice salute.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
No. I gotta get approval first.
Who y'all giving that picture to?
Nobody right.
I know.
We need that card. That picture show up where it don't supposed to show. We gonna have to holler at you.
Oh, yes, sir.
I remember when I used to sit there. I don't think we made back, y'all.
Come on. Quick, take it fast moving. Come on, we gotta have our young people in this.
Oh, we got one more. Got one more.
We don't want you to be able to say you wasn't there.
You understand like butter like
For third district council.
You're gonna need some multi-beat security. Hand me the money basket. I'm about to give you some information.
He not in the picture.
Step back.
Right there, yeah.
That ain't included.
Come on, you guys over here. Come on, we got it.
Don't ask.
Everybody good?
Got everybody?
Take pictures like you know what you're doing.
Go where your eyes crossing.
She looking at all these folks.
Nobody got a smile, man.
Nobody.
That's what blows your mouth, bro.
And you go again. I always gotta show his teeth.
All right.
They gotta always show y'all teeth. Nobody said go hammer. They always
Man, y'all go get one picture from my school.
I can't do it, man. I love
One, two, three. All right, here we go.
Hold on, brother. We're going for the next one.
Come on, brother. We got some little kids. We got some little kids.
All right, 5, 4, 3.
Black fist.
Here we go. Pump it up.
Get the lens on and get a more focused now.
All right,
Wait
there
a
we
minute,
go.
I have my eyes closed.
Clyde, Georgia, and Medina, and myself.
Brother Minister, wait a minute, I have my eyes closed. I have my eyes closed.
Get the glasses on. Get him out there.
Yeah, man. You selling glasses up here? Huh? You selling glasses? No, sir. I wish. That nigga be moving. Oh! You trying to say glasses, bro? If you got all the free glasses, it looks like so put 2 chairs so you look like what's there behind
I'm gonna have to take a picture with both of them. You gotta cry like you too. You gotta say,
to remind me of love. This song, this song. This song really got so peace.
The essence of the eternal divine spirit, the one that causes all that exists to exist, the one that is self-existent.
How many men have children and the children never meet their father? See, you created a void in that child because you are a part of that child.
Black power! Black power! Black power! Black power! Black power!